Right, now we'll go to this story about the resignation of Kenny Dalglish. The league champions and league leaders by 3 points are due at Kenilworth Road this afternoon for their final appointment with that dreaded plastic pitch. But they've been stunned by the departure of the manager of 5.5 years. Jim Rosenthal has been getting first reaction from the team preparing at Luton. Clive Tilsley's been out and about in Liverpool. And Mark Tyler starts our report with a look at the events leading up to yesterday's shock announcement.
Kenny Dalglish has enjoyed a 14-year love affair with Liverpool. His European Cup winning goal against Bruges, the outstanding highlight of Since taking over after the Heysel disaster in '85, Dalglish led them to a magnificent league and cup double in his first season. Since then, they've won the Championship twice, the FA Cup once, and Dalglish himself has been Manager of the Year on 3 occasions. They're impressive statistics. No wonder Dalglish has become an expert at cracking open the champagne over the last decade or so. Liverpool are on course for more silverware this year. Another League and Cup double is still a possibility, although Everton will have other ideas in the Cup, while Arsenal are their main Championship rivals. Liverpool have been beaten in the league only twice. One of those defeats came at Highbury, where Dalglish's controversial decision to play 5 at the back couldn't stop the Gunners putting 3 past Grobbelaar. Dalglish also had to watch from that familiar position as his side suffered another defeat in London. This time it was Crystal Palace who took the points, allowing Arsenal to close the gap at the top and set up another potentially thrilling end to the season.
It's in there!
Recently, the Liverpool manager has been criticised for leaving England international Peter Beardsley out of the team. It's been a situation highlighted by Beardsley's ability to make his mark when Dalglish has finally decided to use him.
Now Ablett. Beardsley up alongside him, and so too is Rush. It's there for Beardsley!
With the end of the season just 3 months away, Dalglish's decision to retire a week before his 40th birthday took the football world completely by surprise. He gave his reasons for leaving at a press conference yesterday.
I've been in the front line and for 20 years, and it's just really a result of 20 years active involvement in football at a very high and successful level that really kind of reached a person has pushed himself to the limit.
What did you try to do to dissuade him?
Everything possible, but not only dissuade him, but also to attempt to ask him to sort of, could he, carry on for a short while towards the end of the season.
Did you offer him a break with a chance to come back?
Yes, but he made the point it wouldn't work. If Kenny was missing from the game at Luton, he wouldn't, there'd be speculation where he was then.
Well, he completely fooled me and Roy. We were with him a lot, and he never gave no impression he was going to pack in or the pressure was getting to him.
The first task for Ronnie Moran and his boot room partner Roy Evans was to supervise a training session at Luton yesterday. A private session besieged by the kind of press and media attention that Dalglish finally got a bellyful of. Peter Beardsley's uncertain role in Kenny's recent plans became a focal point for his critics in print and in the crowd. But as they left Kenilworth Road for the sanctuary of their hotel, all the players were quick to play down any suggestion of a dressing room revolt.
The man had a job to do and he did it to the best of his ability and what he thought was right at the time. Yeah, I've never ever said a bad word about him, and I won't start now.
Do you feel, though, that the criticism about you and about you not being in the team might have been a reason for him going?
Well, I hope not. I mean, didn't give that idea today. I hope not. I mean, because I would never want that. I mean, as a fella, I got on with him great. The only sort of beef I had was not being in the team, which is a beef that anybody would have in my position. At the end of the day, it's been hard for him because people have been, in many ways, getting on my side, trying to say I should be in the team, which has been nice for me. But obviously that hasn't helped his situation.
We have our arguments in the dressing room, as every club does. Nothing's gone overboard and everyone's still speaking to each other. The lads are baffled by what the gaffer's done, but it's nothing to do with what's going on in the dressing room whatsoever.
I mean, nothing different than you've experienced in your 10 years at Liverpool?
No, it's probably been a bit milder this time than anything. We've had a lot bigger fights over the years in the dressing rooms, so it can't be anything to do with that, I wouldn't think.
The atmosphere in the club has been brilliant. I mean, he's been one of the lads as he always has been for sort of the 3.5 years I've been here. Nothing's changed as far as that's concerned. The only difference is we haven't probably played as well as we would have liked.
Well, he's one of the most successful managers in English history. In the short time that he has been a manager, a very strong man. And maybe that had something to do with it, I don't know. You know, he was his own man, wanted to do everything his own way, and he got success from it.
The list of candidates favours an Anfield who's who. Outsiders needn't apply. Graham Souness, John Toshak and Phil Neal have the managerial track records. But the favourites are those who are still inside the track. Captain Alan Hansen, reserve coach Phil Thompson and acting manager Ronnie Moran, the bookies' odds-on choice.
Odds-on job for the job? Well, I don't know. Again, I've got to wait and see what happens. I mean, the chairman's told me to take over the team selection at the moment, and then I've got to wait and see how things go on. And I mean, I've been at the club since I've left school, and I've been offered jobs right throughout, and I've got on with each job I've done, and I've had success with it. Well, who knows what can happen in this? I mean, it's entirely down to the players.
He knows the ins and outs of football. He's been there for 30 years or something like that, 40 years, I don't know. And he knows the ins and outs of Liverpool Football Club and football in general. I don't think he'd have any problems whatsoever if he did get the job.
Moran has the players backing then. Noel White says he's in charge for the foreseeable future. As long as that short-term future's a successful one, he's the man who best fits the chairman's bill.
Well, obviously we'd like to continue the tradition and the accepted and successful one of promoting from our own inside the club. Whether is that possible, whether it is possible, we'll have to examine that one in the next few days.
Inside the club or somebody who's been inside the club?
Well, let's leave it there for the moment. That's where we think at the moment, possibly someone from inside the club. And after that, well, there may be one or two others come into the reckoning.
Have you got a clear idea in your own mind as to what management team you would like to take Liverpool on from here?
No, we're not that far along that road there, Clive.
I've worked with some great managers. They've won a lot of things, and I've learned things off them, and I've got my own ideas. And again, I've got to stress, it's the reaction of the players. If I can get the players in the right frame of mind, and they'll do the job on the pitch.